Yo, this is Barry John. I've got like 16 minutes to do a quick video of what to kind of expect with the Mega Man journey blog that I'm going to be doing sometime next week. It's going to depend on how fast we get done with the Mario stuff, and then we will start getting into Mega Man a little bit. Um but first, why don't we talk about how the X series went? Um After watching and I watched every Mega Man X ROM hack that my friend Ridley did, and I was sitting there like watched everything, and I was sitting there kind of like, okay, yeah, it was good. I also saw the difficulties in each of the games that I was watching, and I'm sitting here like, I'll be surprised if I could beat half of those games and stuff, because I felt like I could at least pinpoint which ones I thought I could probably beat and which ones I couldn't. To find out that I kind of did evenly, I did evenly good, um, when it came to, playing the originals versus the ROM hacks. So, which is kind of good for the most part, and the games that I struggled with originally are the ones that I still struggled with when I did the ROM hacks and anyway. So like X8 um and X3, it was just kind of funny that I didn't struggle with X7 when I did the original, but I struggled with it as a ROM hack. But then when I go into 6, that one I struggled with, I didn't struggle with it when it was a ROM hack, and I'm like, well, whatever. But we woke up this morning and we kind of binge played a little bit because I was like, well, I'm not getting back to bed. So I'm like, wow, we're just gonna play for a bit. Um and as I gave up on X7, I'm like, all right, well, let's look at X8, and kind of the same thing happened. It was a kind of a deja vu experience. It's just like, at least with X7, we beat one boss. We couldn't even beat one in X8 to save our lives. It is just that ramped up on difficulty, and it was just like, it was just mental breakdown after mental breakdown after mental breakdown after mental breakdown. Definitely, I gave Ridley his dues. I said, you know, you make hard video games and stuff, I get it. And I'm like, and this is definitely, these two are it. And I'm like, I love the guy who can make hard games and stuff, but there's and trust me, there are just people that are out there that can do these things. I can't sit there and say you need to make better games for people like myself and whatnot, because the goal is to make it a challenge, not make it easy that everybody can handle it and stuff like that. You can't expect um people to kind of think of the little guy, you know, kind of thing. But to try to think of everybody, and it's kind of one of those things where it's like, if you got it, you got it. You don't, you don't. There's just not much you can do about it. Just take your loss and just kind of put the tail behind the legs and just kind of go at it and just be like, you know, you gave it your all, and I was not gonna let it get the best of me and stuff. But I always think of X7 and X8 as they went into the PS2 era. Looking at the originals and stuff, they were already just hard and difficult as it is. So if you put more hardness and difficulty in those games already, you're already kind of at a moment of it'll get to you. It'll just get to you. So um, But God bless the guy who can make it, though. But now with that being said, what are we going to expect as we are going to be transitioning into um, going into Mega Man? I mean, going in from Super Mario, going into Mega Man. There we go. That's what I want to say. Um, like I said, I want to make longer videos. Like I'm talking, we're gonna be putting 4 games into one video, and that it's just already gonna be, it's gonna be as long as it wants to be, kind of thing. Um, so expect, yeah, everything to be very lengthy. Um, so and we've been practicing on that too, just kind of making everything long, lengthy. And it's always going to feel like it's different because it's like every time you play Mega Man and stuff, it's not just like, okay, we're struggling, let's go to the next game. It's like we have to go check out all 8 stages, kind of thing, and stuff, and then we get out of the game and then go on to the next one and stuff. So it's going to be um, definitely looking at it with different lens on things and stuff. But it's still going to be an awesome game. I'm hoping that we're going to be making progress the first time around and stuff, and everything will go good. I know that a lot of games are going to have its struggles and stuff too, so um, to be expected. So I'm embracing for that. I'm embracing for moments I might struggle a little bit too. So, but I can't wait to show people my friend Ridley's games that he has on here. He's got a lot of them on the emulator, and so and every time I get a chance to give him a shout out, I'm going to. So, but yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to just get transitioning from one game series to another one, and just really get a good start with it. So I know I got a couple games in mind. I know that are just gonna drive me up the walls a little bit. It's gonna be one of those games that are I'm not gonna like and will test my patience for the most part. So um, one thing I know I'm not going to have issues with, because I haven't had issues with it yet so far, is I think we won't have anything where it's like, oh, the game doesn't work kind of thing. I think what we're going to have is we're going to be um, having moments where we're like, oh, we're struggling. And I'm thinking what I'm going to do is once we get into um, kind of what I want to do is just kind of get through this summer, just trying to play by myself without any help. And hopefully, when September comes around, or maybe even in October, I'm going to start saying, okay, we're going to start writing things down. Where are we struggling with? And whatnot. But I also got to kind of see how long it's going to take to get through a round though too. So I mean that's another reason why I'm kind of like, well, we could wait till the end of the year too, to if we're struggling and stuff. But I don't remember how long it took. I know it took at least 2 to 3 weeks when we were doing rotation and stuff for the certain rounds and whatnot. So, and also I said in the few in previous videos, I was like, well, once we start beating bosses and stuff, it should go quicker too. So, but we'll have to see. So, I just don't want there to be any mistakes and then have to just start over and whatnot, because it's so hard to do that in Mega Man games. Trust me, it's just very difficult to get back on track, especially ones when we struggle so hard on a certain boss or whatever. It's just like, oh my god, we don't want to do that. So my goal is to try to have the sharpest mind around when it comes to that. So but yeah, that's basically all I have to say, is that a couple more days to go. So we're definitely giving it at least a week for sure, week and a half. So, and we're gonna be kicking butt, taking names, and I am gonna be working my butt off to try to get this done as early as possible for next week and stuff. It'd be nice if we can get done by Tuesday or Wednesday and stuff. So, but I also have to work this weekend as well, so it's just kind of like, all right, how much stuff will I get done? Who knows? But all I can do is think about this week. So, and we are almost done with um the next round of Super Mario stuff. We're just almost literally done. So, and then once we get to 7, we're gonna be like, all right, get pushing as fast as we can. Not even gonna look at Sonic stuff. Not even gonna look at random video gaming and the extra Mario stuff. We have a head start on the extra Mario stuff, so I don't think we need to worry about it as much. So, um, yeah, it's just everything kind of falls down on what's getting done today for the most part. So, all right. Well, with that being said, love you guys. Have a good, awesome day. Go with God as He goes with you. Bye bye.